Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to day 64 of the God Hears Your Devotional. For this morning's passage, we are in Mark chapter 5, verses 24 through 34. So if y'all are ready, let's get started. And the word says, So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed and pressed around him, and a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors, and had spent all she had. Yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, if I could just touch his clothes, I will be healed. Immediately, her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. At once, Jesus realized that power had gone out of him. He turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding against you," his disciples answered, "and yet you can ask, who touched me?" But Jesus kept looking around to see who had done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet. Trembling with fear, told him the whole truth. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." 1 second while I prepare the scripture summary, please. Our scripture summary this morning comes to us from Mark chapter 5, verse 24. I wrote down, not all illness or disabilities or predicaments can be physically noticed. The truth is, you never know why people need certain things. The reason why I wrote that down is because just like the woman who bled to death, or not to death, but bled profusely for however many years that she did before Jesus healed her, was probably due to some underlying condition, which back in biblical times, they did not have the medical treatments that they do now for those types of things, as well as other things like walking with limps or just different types of situations. And now, with the help of medical advancements, you can almost always find something to help with those things, such as wheelchairs or medications. And those are all fine and dandy, and they do somewhat help. However, when this woman touched the hem of Jesus' cloak or hem of his garment, she was instantly healed within 0.5 seconds, let's say, for example. So the point is that Jesus can heal you within a matter of seconds. But sometimes it's not always that easy. So you can't judge people for needing to use extracurricular equipment. I'm not saying me, I'm not saying others, I'm saying people in general. We as a people need to stop judging other people. Yes, that's easier said than done. But I'm saying we need to be more diligent and work harder at those types of things. That's all the time that we have for today's lesson. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody. Have a blessed weekend.